All right, welcome to this training. My name is Daniel, and I am going to be sharing with you why you should be moving on from being a distributor and potentially start to build this business and build your team. Okay, and so first of all, I just want to let you know that all of you that are selling our products, sharing our products, recommending our products, and having a lot of fun making extra income with our products, I just want to thank you so much for everything that you do. It's just awesome to see. It's very inspiring to see. It's wonderful when we get more testimonials from happy customers, and also from testimonials from you making an extra little bit of income. You know, it's just amazing to see that anybody can come in here and make that little extra income, and that just means the world to some people, being able to have that extra 30 pounds a month or 200 pounds a month, whatever it is that you're making selling our incredible products. But today I wanted to share a little bit more of why I believe that you should also take a look at becoming a business builder and building the business and building the team. Okay. And before I go into that, I just want to share with you a little bit of my background. So essentially, I'm Swedish. I worked in the banking industry in Sydney, Australia. And I quickly realized that, the corporate world was great, especially for a tall white person. But it was not something I wanted to be in for the rest of my life. I didn't have this super huge passion of going to work every Monday morning. And I felt like life is too short to be doing something you're not super passionate about. Life is too short to just kind of settle for, being just average. And so I wanted more. I wanted to travel. I wanted to be able to live in different places. I wanted to have more time. I knew that one day I wanted to start a family, which I now have. I got two amazing kids. And to be able to spend time with them, that's what I wanted to do. And just have that option of really being able to do whatever we wanted to do at any time. And having that kind of vision for my future, I knew that I wanted to do something else. So my brother introduced me to this business, and I was like, woohoo, I won the lottery. This is amazing. Like, I just thought that opportunity and this business model was just amazing. It was just perfect. And I also felt that because I studied kind of e-commerce and internet and supply chain management, this is back the actually late 90s and early 2000s there at university, I felt that this was obviously something that fit in perfect with that. We were all becoming a more networked world. We were all starting to connect. Different websites like LinkedIn, and I think just right around then is about when Facebook started, right when I started my business and so on. So I knew that we were starting to become this more networked world. And I felt like this business model was absolutely perfect for that. And I jumped in. I just looked at the average incomes for building a team, not just selling products. That was never my intention to come in because I was fairly introverted and still am. And selling products for me was kind of daunting. But building a team, I love being around people. I love being surrounded with fun, positive people and working towards a bigger goal as a team. I love that. I've always been into team sports. And so for me, it was all about how can I build this business. I looked at average incomes and I said, well, how can I get to this position here that's making about, first of all, the one that was making about, let's say, 4,000 or 5,000 pounds a month. Like that was, I was like, whoa, how can I get there? And then later on, of course, go on to make the one that hits 10,000 pounds a month and so on. And so for me, it was all about building a team from the very beginning. And I've always focused on building a team. And sometimes people say, hey, I'm not interested in building a team. I say, well, no problem. Would you like to test the product? And that's how I get my customers. Okay. And but why should you, let's say now you're selling products and you're looking at maybe the business and saying, well, maybe I should become a business builder. Why should you build a business? Okay. So let's talk about a few of these things that you see on the screen. So the first one, of course, if you want to make more money, right? If you want to make more money in life, like you've got to do something bigger. And so selling products, you're only going to be able to have that many customers, and you might, be capped at a certain income. But when you build a team, you're able to make way, 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 way more money. Okay. The other thing that I wanted from the very beginning was to have more time. And I know a lot of you would love to have more time to do fun things. You'd love to just be able to travel and to do all kinds of things. And to have that time, we need to kind of step away from having a job that consumes most of our time and then kind of just taking care of the family all the time, right? And so that's what, if you build a team, yes, you're going to have to sacrifice for a few years, but once you've done that, you can really say, like, I can't tell you how much time I have these days to just do whatever I want because I built up my business, right? And if you sacrifice a few years of building up that team and getting that team to grow, that's when you then can say, wow, I've got so much time to do whatever I want to do, right? And that leads me to the travel. I love to travel. I love to see the world, whether you just want to, travel within your area, wherever you live, or whether you want to see the world. That's what this allows us to do. And we see so many great leaders are able to travel around the world. But also, what's so great with our business is that when you build 4 teams, the company will send you on a free trip. And I've been to some of those trips, and they are amazing. Like, it's not, you can go somewhere by yourself and you have a really nice time, right? But you can go somewhere within our company and they put you up in the nicest hotels. They just do the best trips possible. They do things that you wouldn't even think were possible. I mean, and I can't give you too many examples of the past because we're not sure if we're going to have them in the future. But just one example was we had a police escort to an NBA game in Miami where they blocked off all the roads. They thought we were this, like, I don't know, this professional American football team or something where it's just like bus after bus after bus just came and they blocked off all the roads for that. I mean, just something like that. Where are you ever going to have that, right? And so you need to get on these trips. They're just so much fun. Another thing that I've really loved is making more friends, okay? And you might have all the friends that you need in the world, but do you have friends that are super supportive, that are uplifting, that are positive, that are making you feel just amazing every day? Well, that's what our business creates. It's you find people that also have this drive and this passion for making a difference in the world. And so you're making friends with people like that, which I find so much fun. And then, once they're successful and you're successful, you need to have friends to hang out with because most people are just working a normal job all the time. So they don't have time to have fun. And so you make friends in the business that you can have fun with. I've had quite a few people come down to Valencia here lately and visit us, and we've had so much fun, playing golf, going to the beach, the pool, just doing all kinds of things. And you need to have those friends there that are also building the business to be able to do things like that because they also will get the time to do so, right? The other big thing I think when you're building a team is it's so much fun because you're surrounding yourself with fun people and you're maybe traveling, you're going to events and doing all kinds of things. And the fun that you have with that is just amazing. And the different social events that we have with that and just going out to meals and whatever else and different partying, whatever it is that you have fun doing with your team, like that to me is a huge perk as well. And the one thing that if you build this up properly as a team, building up the business, you can actually step back and have a passive income, okay? I do not spend that much time on the business these days. And because I built it up, I sacrificed a certain amount of time, you build it up, and once you've built it up, it's kind of like goes by itself. I still have so much fun, and I still have so many friends in the business, and I still want to help more people. That's why I'm still building the business. So, and that brings me really to the next point. Actually, before that, I just want to talk about confidence really quickly. Another thing that's really helped me helps out with building the business is your confidence, because you're going to be possibly one day doing some public speaking, you're going to do all kinds of things, but you're going to develop. And that in itself, a lot of people just love that. They get back and say, like, the best thing that I've come from this business is the growth in my own confidence. And so what if that's the only thing that you get out of this? That's worth it just by itself. What if you could have more confidence in all other parts of your life, right? Okay. And the one thing, though, that I find that a lot of people find it difficult sometimes is to do this just for themselves. So I sometimes think that if you do have kids, many of you have kids, it's to think, hey, why don't I build this business to show my children that I'm capable of doing something and also to give a better life to your kids? Because first of all, if you show your kids that you can do something substantial, if you show your kids that you can build this team of fun other people, I promise you, they're going to respect that so much more, and they're going to want to follow in those footsteps of creating something greater in their life, doing something bigger. And you're going to help them with their confidence as well. We have so many kids as well that come to our events and start to work with their mindset and growing that way as well. So I would say, like, these reasons, if you're not going to do it for yourself, at least do it for your kids or somebody else that you know and can help them out. And what if, listen to this is maybe a horrible situation, but what if, like in my situation, if I passed away today, I know that my family's taken care of financially for the rest of their lives, because my business is going to continue to tick along with or without me. I've created something that's going to help them out financially for the rest of their lives. Like, how cool is that? Okay? Another thing that we have is obviously our Nurse Your Children thing. Every month I go in and check how many people have I fed in the world. If you just build a business and have enough people, you're going to have some people that are going to donate to our Nurse Your Children program, and you're going to feel so good going in there every month going, oh my gosh, in my team alone, over 1,000 kids were fed. Over 5,000 kids were fed. How good would that feel? Even if you fed like 5 kids in Malawi that normally wouldn't have enough food, right? So I would say these things are huge, right? And then I always talk about what's the alternative to this, right? If you don't build a business. And that's a little bit of Are you going to trade your time for money the rest of your life, right? Are you just going to, like, I love this quote right here. It's from Tony Robbins, and it just kind of says, everybody is a financial trader. Most people are trading time for money. Like, you're actually working. You're doing something for somebody else every day just to make enough money so you can pay your bills, right? That's the worst trade of one's life, he says, okay? It's much, much better to invest your time into something that is not just a linear income, but in our case here, that can create more of a passive residual income, right? That's such a huge difference. Okay, so now we've decided that, yes, we're going to do this. So now what do we actually do as the next step? You said, okay, yeah, this all sounds good. And you decided, yeah, I do want to become a business builder instead of just moving products, which is absolutely amazing if you want to keep on moving products. We love you. I love those people that just doing that, and it's just inspiring to see. But let's say that you now say, hey, I want to build a business. So you're going to message the person that introduces to you. And if you can't find the person that introduces to you or somebody else, up the line there, you're going to contact the company and ask them, who are my sponsors, who are my uplines, and find somebody that's still active in building the business. And you're going to tell them, hey, I want to build this business now. I want to become a business builder. And then what you're going to do is you're going to come up with a plan with them, and you are going to just let them know how many hours a week are you willing to spend on this, how much money would you like to make, and how many months are you committed to putting in those hours? Let's say it's like 1 hour a day. So you're committed to doing 7 hours a week. Are you willing to do that for the next 6 months, the next 12 months? Because it doesn't happen overnight for everybody, right? And how much money would you like to make at the end of that in a year's time? An extra 500 pounds a month, an extra 1,000 pounds a month, an extra 2,000 pounds a month? You're going to have to sit down and create that plan with them, right? And then all we need to do to get started with building the business are simple steps like the 3 threes, right? You can find 3 new contacts a day, 3 people that are actually open to a new opportunity, and you do 3 follow-ups a day. So you follow up with people that you talked to before, and that's the fortune is in the follow-up, okay? That's where the big money is made if you're able to follow up people. Most people don't join a business until they've maybe said no 5 to 10 times, okay? Some of the most successful people in our business today have said no for sometimes literally years, okay, before they say yes. Okay, and then also every day be doing your 3 social media posts. And sometimes if you don't have a lot of time, for example, you can set them up through some program called like Later or Planoly, or there's so many different apps that help you to plan your posts and so on as well. So you do it maybe once a week, you sit down for half an hour and you plan all those different posts for the rest of the week. Okay, so I hope that you have now got a little bit clearer picture of why you would like to build this business, because the potential is massive and you can have all of those incredible benefits. And if you have any questions, please talk to the person that introduced you to this business, and they're going to be able to help you come up and answer all your questions. And I hope to see you guys all on stage being celebrated for achieving all kinds of great things within the business as well. All right, everyone, have an awesome day.